Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. This is a general or collective reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. This is also a timely reading, so if you are watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That may give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, we have the underlying energy for the deck. I did a quick meditation before this, and the cards that came out are the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is representing reward coming in from God, from the universe, for following your destined path, your path of glory. And this is a reward of Pentacles. Pentacles in tarot represent health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional. And so this represents quite often, I mean, when we think about that, money is a big part. But this isn't just talking about money. This is talking about your lifestyle, basically. So having this is a reward of a beautiful lifestyle. And from my oracle, the card that came up is integrity, which is about equal to the strength card. So this is one of 64 paintings that I did. It's from my oracle, Tales from the Vector. It is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And so this is very similar energy. This is talking about having the integrity to stay on your destined path and the strength to face your shadow side, so that you stay on the straight and narrow, basically. All right, and then we have the Three of Pentacles coming in. The Three of Pentacles is talking about you've been noticed for your good work. So you may have reached a point where you've mastered your skill set, and people are starting to notice. So congratulations on that. That's awesome. You know, this energy is talking about being in an elevated position because of it. Quite often this card is representing the energy of someone who is doing something like everybody can sing, but everybody can sing to the point where people want to listen to them and pay for it. So it's talking about quite often the entertainment industry. This could be actors, actresses, you know, and now you're being sought after to play the leading role in the next blockbuster movie, you know. The producers and directors are really impressed with your work. This can also represent, you know, musicians, so bands, you know, that someone wants to put you on tour, or, you know, they want to produce your music. And this could be also an energy of someone who's a very talented athlete. And these could be scouts coming, and they're offering you a scholarship to their university or college, or even better yet, you've already received that, and now they're wanting you to come play for the professional team. So it's talking about that, you know, artists and that, you know, and it can be also intellectual. You know, like you could be the valedictorian of your class and be, you know, sought out after by the headhunters from different corporations, etc. This energy is just basically saying congratulations. That's awesome that that's happening, that there's a spotlight on your good work. Make sure that you recognize that when you're in a specialized industry like this, you want to make sure that anyone you sign contracts with is, or, you know, make agreements with, that they are in alignment with your with your goals towards your lifestyle. So, you know, it's not just about who will offer you the most money, but which lifestyle do you prefer, depending on where they're offering for you to play or to go, you know, that type of energy. Also, sometimes this card can represent secret society energy, so you have to be careful that there's not hidden clauses, or have it looked into. Have a really good lawyer that specializes in that sort of contract, lease, or whatever, to really look up what this energy is about. This is talking about being able to move forward and still stay in, you know, with your goals in mind. Secret society energy, the problem with that that energy is that they have their own goals, and the group is always more important than any individual. So you could end up signing something and then regret it later. So just make sure that, especially now, because we have Mercury going into retrograde here on the 29th, and as I do this reading here now, it is the 23rd. I had to look. So it'll be the 24th tomorrow when this comes out, this energy. So just be aware that you want to make sure that you know what you're signing. And then we have this energy of, I'm talking about the Three of Swords. This is an upsetting card. When you look at it, you can see someone has three swords in their heart. And, it's how are they going to recover from that? But then when you look again, you realize, the heart is actually quite big in context to the swords. So they're more like stakes. Maybe you're hanging out with a vampire energy. And so you have to be careful of, this is saying that this is something you might be able to heal from. And it does talk about needing to heal the heart. In matters of love, if this is romantic love, sometimes it can talk about a third party energy coming in between a couple. And this can also talk about the sword energy is talking about thoughts, basically. It's the element of air, and it's talking about your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind. So it's your words, basically, whether those be written or they be verbal. And so this is talking about the verbal word. This could be about harsh words being spoken. It can represent the energy of gossip, slander, perjury in court, someone who's afraid to speak their truth. It can be a heartbreaking decision that needs to be made. So there can be quite a few different meanings for this. We'll see as we go. We have the Ten of Wands. The Wands in tarot represent the element of fire. It's talking about the wands are made of wood because they feed the fire. And this is talking about taking passionate action. And this individual is coming in from the field, and he's bringing in his harvest. It's a very heavy load, and you can see he's really struggling to get it home. He doesn't, there's a saying, you can't see the forest because of the tree, or you can't see the forest because of the trees. And this is talking about if you're so focused on the detail, and like he has his head so close to them, you can't see the big picture anymore. He doesn't realize how close to home he really is, and he's exhausted, and it feels like he might just give up soon. So this is saying a lot of times when people are just about to bring their harvest in, that's when they tend to give up. So don't give up. That's what this card is saying. It's also talking about when we plant seeds, those seeds turn into these wands, basically, that have that from our actions. And sometimes they can be other people's actions. So hopefully this is really heavy because it's full of the fruits of his labor, and it's full of a harvest. But some of these might actually belong to the actions of others that are not ours, but we've been carrying the burden. And this card is saying it's time to put those burdens down, because if you're still carrying the burdens of others, when the good fortune that's meant for you to come in, it's holding you back from being able to receive your reward, basically. And sometimes this can represent some actions that you've taken in the past. Like, say, I've been using a house, for example. You purchased a house 5 years ago. You got it at a good price. It's gone up in value, but the market is a little bit soft now, and you are ready to make a move. And but like, oh man, I have to paint the house. I have to do a bit of work on it. I need to find a realtor. I need to probably get it staged. All of these things are going through your mind. And so it still is an asset, but it's become burdensome because of your circumstances have changed. So what you can do here is like decide, okay, what can I do to lighten my load? And that might be, hire a painter, find the real estate agent and get her to deal with the staging of the property. She'd probably be better off having someone do that anyway. And that might free up that little bit of time for you to be able to, recover from all the hard work and sort through it. So if you're planning on making a move, that you will be ready to do so. And yeah, and then this one here is the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups is talking about reconciliation. Now, if this is reconciliation, it would imply that there needs to be some form of forgiveness. That would be, the same energy here, forgiveness and healing of the heart. So, but you could forgive someone and never reconcile with them. Just because someone forgives someone doesn't mean that they want to have anything to do with that person again. And so it's talking about, this card is talking about quite often reconciliation, like when someone wants to reunite, or if someone from your past coming in, that wants another chance, that type of energy. Sometimes this can just be talking about your past. It can be talking about people you knew back then, and maybe you're going home for a reunion, or it's a holiday season and you're going back to family to see your family again. This card is quite often talking about the hidden illusions in our childhood, and sometimes the healing that's needed for the inner child. But the Six of Cups here, this card is full of illusions. I mean, when you first look at it, you see these two children playing in the yard with these flowers and these potted plants, and there's someone watching over them. But then when you look again, you realize, wait a minute, that's a gnome, and this is a little old lady. And the little old lady is a hag from the back, and from the front, she's a beautiful young woman. But they're both wearing this white gloves, so they don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want the flowers. The old hag, she's like, we don't want your stupid flowers. They're not yours to give away anyway. Let's go. She's cranky. And the younger woman is being nice. She's explaining, oh, we don't want to get our hands dirty, and, we're in our finery, and, And so this is saying, if someone from your past that has been burdensome to you, that has caused you to have heartbreak like this, are you going to let them back in again? Sometimes we, that would be up to you. Be aware that most of the time people will show you exactly who they are the first time around. So another illusion of this card is the flowers here. The flowers are white, and in tarot, white flowers represent innocence. But these flowers are not innocent. They are from the nightshade family. This is Datra, and Datra is... it can make children and pets very ill if they were to ingest it. So this is really, shamans sometimes use Datra to cause visions in their ceremonies so that people can heal their childhood, wounds, and so and heal the inner child. So there's an illusion there, and then the person watching over them on the path there is just someone walking down the path. It's a stranger. But don't worry, they're really not children, so it doesn't matter. But that's saying that you might have a lot of illusions around your early life. A lot of times we don't remember it that well when we're children, and when we're an adult, we have more context as to what happened. The energy of the Knight of Pentacles is talking about some sort of information, communication coming in regarding the Pentacle energy. This is saying, of all the knights, this one is the slowest. Like, it can be like, agonizingly slow. He could take, he takes a long time to get there. His horse is at a standstill right now. He could have a board meeting with himself just to brush his teeth. It's really annoying if you're waiting for the information, but when his information comes in, it's usually a solid offer. And, it's something that has been researched and looked into. And right now with the retrograde energy coming up, this is a really good energy to be in, is instead of like starting new projects or moving forward and like with something new, taking the time to investigate it right now, like do your research properly, so that Mercury's in retrograde until on the 29th until the 23rd of July. So this is a good time to do your research, rest a little bit, get ready, because it's going to get, after a Mercury in retrograde, the communication goes astray. And a lot of past energy comes in, and but this energy, when it moves forward, there's always like a big surge of energy after. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. So maybe this information is talking about, like, this is a big reward of money. Like the 10 of Pentacles is the most that you can have. So this is a huge shift in your lifestyle. It's talking about, it's raining money, and you have the companion you want, that you love and they love you, and the 2.5 children that, and you have the pets. You even have time to stop and chat with the neighbors. Sometimes this energy can be talking about also a windfall, an unexpected windfall coming in. So it can be talking about possibly being in someone's will, or having an inheritance, or finding out you have a trust, or whatever. It could be winning the lottery. Someone at the talent show pressed the golden buzzer, and now you're moving forward into the finals, and you have a chance of winning a lot of money. That sort of energy. We have the Hermit. So this is after a dark night of the soul. So that's talking about this burdensome energy over here. And then when this information comes in, you might want to go inward, it says, because you're going to be like, wow, you're going to need to do your research and everything, and make sure that you're making the right moves now with this new energy coming in. And so this is the Hermit after a dark night of the soul, when his foundation has been shaken. He climbs the mountain to the top, and he isolates himself there. And then when his light gets full of the northern star is your north node energy. It's like being on your destined path. Then he asks God for guidance, and the universe, going inward through meditation and prayer. Then his rod lights up, and he knows, okay, that's the action that I'm going to take. He comes back down from the mountain and takes himself out of isolation to go and put things into action. And I feel that's representing the energy of this Mercury in retrograde that I just said. Now is a good time to kind of hold back a little bit and do your research, so that when you're ready to move forward, you get to move forward. And we have the Page of Cups. So Page of Cups energy is talking about an offer of love coming in, communication about some sort of love. Now, remember that this quite often is romantic, but it doesn't have to be. It's saying someone has their eye on you. I mean, he knows, the page knows there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he's got his eye on this one. And this is saying that, this could be someone that has their eye on you and wants to ask you out. Or you have your eye on someone and you want to ask them out. This energy, the pages would work for the king and the queen and the rest of the palace from around 7 to 14 years of age. And I know that sounds really young, but back then there would be people that the lifespan would only be like maybe half of what it is now. So these people would be working like very young. It would depend on how mature they are and if they were well suited to it. This would be a real coup for them and their family, very prestigious to be, chosen to work for the king and queen. He's in his finery here. This would be getting a really good education and a lot of opportunities that you wouldn't otherwise have. Communication is coming in regarding this love. And so this can be indicative of someone, and because we have this energy here, it's coming up as it could be, oh goodness, that's one way of clearing energy. So this is talking about someone from your past, possibly from around when you were in elementary school, high school, maybe starting college, university, someone you met when you first started in the workforce, that type of energy. It could be, information coming in from someone that you met then, or maybe this could be just about information about something that happened when you were around that age. Sometimes it can represent not having seen someone from the past for like 7 years or 14 years, 21 years, just to give you an idea. So it might give you some idea who this energy might be about. And then we have the Emperor. And the Emperor is a high performance individual. He wears his armor under his robe so that he's ready to take action for any, if there's any opportunity going by, he's ready. And he also, he's an alpha, this is pure alpha male energy, performance at its highest level. Whatever field he's in, he would be an authority figure in that, very wise, very, full of knowledge. This is someone that a lot of people might go to for advice. And he embodies the qualities of all four kings from the minor arcana. And the reason he has had has his status is because he has learned so much about life from everything he's been through. So I'm building a pyramid here, and right now what we're talking about is, there's been some sort of you've mastered your skill set, and this is talking about some sort of heartbreak has happened. And we have this energy of people wanting to collaborate with you, but you having to do a bunch of work to be able to go, to be ready to move forward, to take an offer, sign up for something, and to do all your research. This could be someone that's bringing in this offer, could be someone that you knew back when you were in childhood, so elementary school, high school, going up to under 21, and that's coming up again here. Some information coming in about this reward that is being offered, and look at it, it's huge. And then this is coming after doing the research and everything, probably after Mercury retrograde, coming out of isolation and moving forward. Now, this could be someone then offers you, wants to take you out on a date or something. They have their eye on you. It could be the Emperor, or you could be the Emperor that wants to move forward with that energy. And then we have, look at this, ultimate fulfillment. So 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. That's pretty awesome. So this is a good outcome after this energy. And this is talking about, the 10 of Cups is talking about the fulfillment, like the promise of fulfillment. There's a rainbow here. So this is talking about a rainbow after, a storm clears. There cannot quite often be a rainbow. So this is something that could come in for you. And it's again very similar to this energy here. But this is about having all the love that you want, like the love with the partner, and the love of where you are, and the love of the people around you, and the, your love for your children, and for the neighborhood, and for your career and your clients. Like there's a lot of happiness and joy in this energy here. And so this is like ultimate fulfillment in a perfectly imperfect world, as perfect as it probably can get. And this is after, I feel, having this disappointment in love. And I feel this then is confirming that there was some sort of energy here that was very burdensome to you. This is talking about regret, remorse. Now, this could be you. This could be someone else. This is talking, I feel like, if this is about love, romantic love, this could represent a third-party energy in a couple, because we have it here. We have these cups that have spilt, and there's 2 cups with wine and then one with another liquid. What's in that cup? It was poisonous to the relationship. There's regret and remorse here, because this is a loss that you can't recover. If you've ever heard the saying, don't cry over spilt milk, it's because once the milk has spilt and it's in the ground, you're not going to be able to recover it. You have to take it as a loss. Now, if this isn't about romantic love, it could be about a partnership in a business, or with a family member or something, a friend that was very close to you. And there's been a big disappointment here. The best thing that you can do is turn around and notice there's 2 cups standing here, and recognize, hey, I can pick these 2 cups up. Just be grateful that they're still standing. I do have something to work with. Walk down the path here, cross over the bridge over troubled water to your castle. And in the background, we can see the castle is half standing, half dilapidated looking. This sometimes can represent also the energy of, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? So this could be a disappointment in a family member, a friend, a business partner, or quite likely romantic love, especially with this card here. And then we have a Fool rushing in. Man, this guy's been showing up a lot in the readings in the last couple days. So the Fool rushing in is that the Knight of Swords energy. The reason it's considered that is, yeah, this guy's too slow. Could we have a happy medium? This guy is like, you know, he's at a standstill, but this guy is like in a panic, basically. So quite often this is considered a fool rushing in. He's running from something or towards something. He's really pushing this horse hard. Like, it's like, I gotta get there. This is anxious energy. Look how stressed out his horse is. And we've got like, we can only see half his sword. So maybe he only has half the information or communication. He doesn't know the whole story. We can't see the point. Maybe he can't. This is a red flag flying off his helmet, and you know, he's racing against the wind through barren land. So this is talking about someone who is trying to get there, running from something, or trying to get there before someone else can get there with some sort of communication or information. And it's also talking about, this could be someone from your past. Like, this could be someone that found out, hey, this emperor is coming into your life and is going to ask you out. And he's like, no way, this could be your ex relationship, or someone from the past going, I got to get there before he gets there so that I can stop it from happening. That type of energy is what I'm feeling. Sometimes this can be an investigation. It could represent like a private detective energy, or like an official investigation. It can be talking about using technology, hidden cameras, hot mics, etc. There's been a lot of information in the news just in the last couple of days, well, in the last couple of weeks, but of people accidentally recording things, or like recording their crimes, or you know, literally you know, saying things and they don't realize a mic is there, and then everybody hears it. There's been a few things coming out in the news in the last couple of days that have been like, okay, I guess we know what they were really thinking. And so it's caused some people some embarrassment in that. And so I feel like it's that kind of energy. He wants to stop this energy. This is kind of, it's interesting because it's talking about a closed mind. Now, I don't know if this is talking about your mind or if this is talking about someone else's mind. I feel like it's this sword energy. Whoever, this could be the third party energy, or it could be your ex-partner that maybe left with the third party energy. And this could be maybe he found out the grass wasn't greener after all kind of energy. And this could be someone that kind of has an attitude, my way or the highway. Now, sometimes the emperor can very much be that way, my way or the highway, very controlling. So I'm not sure whose energy this is. This could even be the emperor's energy. And maybe he's the ex. Maybe you have an ex-emperor. It's hard to say. Like, you would know though that use your intuition. I'm giving you as much information as I can about the characters so that you can figure it out. Remember, the figures in tarot are not gender specific. They are archetypes. So they're characters. Like the male characters can be feminine, or a female in their masculine energy. And the female, we don't really have a lot of female energies except these two, can be, they could be a male that's in their feminine energy. The emperor, if this is a female, she's pretty, masculine, because this is alpha male energy. In any case, there's some sort of like an issue here, like a heartbreaking decision has to be made, and maybe this is it here. There's like, this is talking about base chakra energy being leaked. She's sitting with her feet turned out, and in body language that talks about the energy leaking, the masculine and the feminine, from the base chakra, which is about your survival in the 3D. And this also, and it fears that kind of energy, fears of being poor, that type of thing. And I feel like it's something to do with that energy because of this coming in. And look at, like, all of a sudden, I feel like if it's the Emperor, like, but the Emperor probably already has pretty much that because they're a high performance individual. So let's keep going here. This is talking about, someone that's still protecting their heart. They've got the arms crossed over it. And if you look here, you'll notice that the right arm is holding the left arm back. And so that can represent your logical mind trying to keep your intuitive mind holding it back, saying, no, we're only using logic. And it's always better to use both logic and your intuition, because then that way you come to more creative solutions. And this could be this or that energy. Like, there's only two solutions, this or that. That's all she can see. And it's saying there's never only two ways of doing something. And quite often that is my way or the highway kind of energy. And it's talking use your intuition, because it has the new moon in the background saying you need to use your intuition here as well as your logic, and apply both. And then that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. So there's some sort of truth coming in regarding a situation here, possibly about this third-party energy, what really happened. And for whatever reason, it's bringing in a windfall, an unexpected amount of money. It's a reward coming from the universe, from the Most High. And this is talking about this is victory. So this is you at the top there. This is representing having been in some sort of battle or some sort of competition, and you are the clear leader, and you've come in here now, and I feel like you maybe put down quite a few burdens here in the field, and when you did that, it just, boom, you excelled above everybody else. Like this energy, handling this energy properly, basically, having the integrity to go inward and really take a look at yourself. It can be really challenging to look at your shadow side and look at your childhood and really say, okay, I really want the truth about what really happened. So you're victorious because you reined your emotions in, disciplined your mind, used your intuition and your logic. You kept your shift together. You didn't get yourself all worked up. You went and isolated yourself to really look into things before taking action, and that's why you were so victorious. Awesome. So this is really good advice for all of us. Stay in your integrity and have the strength you'll have the strength to move forward in a strong way. And these are kind of challenging times. You may have noticed there's a lot of new energy out there, and with AI, we never know what's real, what's not real. Not that we ever did really, apparently, by the different news that's coming out these days. But this is talking about, so this is you being in an elevated position, and it's saying be careful about signing contracts and that, so that you don't end up in heartbreak and carrying a heavy load. This is Emperor energy. So this definitely could be your energy, or there's an Emperor wanting to come in. Have there's two people here. So this is talking about an Emperor noticing your good work. I feel like the Emperor already has this. So this is something that's coming to you. The Emperor sees you as his Empress, though, and wants to provide this beautiful lifestyle. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth coming out, so that you can make strong decisions once you know the truth. Healing that heartbreak and being in a leadership role, because you took the time to heal from the energy, to look at, okay, what do I need to do differently? And you kept an open mind. And this is saying keep an open mind. During these times, an open mind is very valuable. And the Knight of Swords, I feel that's the energy coming back, trying to stop you from having this, because they realize, damn, like now she's going to be, or he or she, remember, this could be a female, is going to be with an Emperor and have this lifestyle. And I could have had that with them, but I was too busy chasing after something that I don't even have anymore. The grass wasn't greener, it was fake, and it wasn't any fun to be with that person. So this could be the remorse of this person, like, no, I don't want to lose you. If we're talking romance, right? It always feels good if you're the person that broke up with you or walked out on you or whatever comes back and they like, oh, I can't live without you. But it's kind of stupid energy, so it usually doesn't work out that great anyway. All right, let's, if you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. And I really appreciate your likes, your comments, shares, your subscribes. It really, really empowers me to build my channel. And I'm honored when you do subscribe. I'm going to clarify this for those that want clarification. I like the victory at the top. That's good news. And all right, we have 36. So this energy here is from the Oracle, and the numbers on these cards represent the paintings as I had them in the deck, or on my website, sorry, talesfromthevector.com. And this is how they're listed in the gallery. There's 64 paintings. So the numbers here represent them. I'll put them in the order that they appear in the reading here, and you can look them up if you want. All right, we have Scorpio energy coming in. So this is talking, Scorpio at its finest is elevating rather than conquering. So this is talking about taking the time, looking, having the strength to look at yourself, really know what you want. Take a look at what's happened in the past when you've had heartbreak. Own your part of it so that you can do things differently. The Scorpio energy is talking also about instead of conquering others, like in this energy, forcing the energy, elevating and being in an elevated position like you are. And how sometimes people do want to conquer that energy. I just want to point out that if horoscope signs come up in my readings, and it's a general collective like this, I'm not talking about individuals, I'm talking about what can we learn from the sign. And the Scorpio energy at its best is very good at uniting people, good with their words, using words to do so. And but they've got a stinger, so they can have quite a temper. So if they feel cross, they can sting. Their words can sting, their actions can sting. And, when they sting there, it hurts. This is talking about disruption. So what's fun for some is not fun for everyone else. And I do feel that this has to do with a past person that possibly was a lover, and they decided to go with a third-party energy, and then, now they're really regretting it. We have, but not so much because they love you so much, but because of the lifestyle that they maybe could have had with you, that type of thing, because of this reward coming in. And then we have the transition here. So this is, again, talking about a big change coming up in your life. And it comes up after you heal from this energy. The mother's worried. This card has come into almost every reading. And I do feel that this is talking about an energy of people just worrying about the way the earth is right now. Like a lot of people call the earth Mother Earth, and it's like there's so much going on right now. It's hard to be like, like every day you if you dare to look at the news, it's like, what now? Like, and it's like a lot of people are feeling like they had the rug pulled out from underneath them, because a lot of people didn't believe in any of the conspiracy theories and all of that. And there's like, no, that's too far out there. And now we're finding out, like a lot of those conspiracy theories were totally correct. We have the Chariot energy. So this is already happening. Judgment's been called on the spiritual realm. It's coming into the physical, and it's coming in fast. Like once you're on the Chariot, you're on your destined path, and it's like tung, tung, tung. It's like a tank. It runs over. And we have the All-Star energy. So this is talking about using that third eye energy. You don't want to just use your logic. That's very limiting. Use your logic and your intuition. We have dissension. With friends like this, who needs enemies? You've been swimming with sharks. So now, see, this is when we find out, not only did our ex have a third-party energy, but that third-party energy may have been someone that it could be a friend of yours, and it could also be a family member, that type of energy. Hopefully not, but it could be, because it's talking about this reconciliation energy from when you were a child. We have the falling star energy. So this is about healing this heart, the heart chakra. And what this is saying, and what card is it on? It's on, see, this could be saying sometimes this card can mean not just like, oh, you have someone coming in that has their eye on you, but this can sometimes mean in this past relationship, there was something stinky about your relationship. Because what happens if you leave a fish out of water too long? It becomes very smelly. So this could be saying something was fishy in your love life before, and it stinks. And so this is falling and failing in love is a matter of eye. And so this is about having an unfettered heart, taking the time to heal your heart, not get into another relationship right away with a broken heart, and then, oh my goodness, that very, very, very rarely works out. You know, especially if it's with a third party energy. There's a saying, if they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. So, you know, keep that in mind. We have the Empress energy. She sure has been showing up a lot. I feel this is sitting right on the Emperor. I feel this is saying that definitely this could be your energy, or you're the Empress that we're talking about here. And the Emperor has his eye on you. And I don't feel that's this person here. This is someone new coming in. Someone that maybe is has some authority and is bringing this information into you. And then we have Earth Star, so manifesting at a very high level here. Of course, because, you know, the Empress and the Emperor together are a power couple. So this is manifesting the life that you actually desire, and more than you could have even imagined. Blessings upon blessings, basically. And that's because you stayed on your destined path even when the going got really hard. So this is congratulations. This is a really, really good reading. Very clear cut, simple. Stay on your destined path and good shift happens. All right. I do hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. I really appreciate it. It's helping me build my channel. Also, I feel really honored when people do subscribe. It feels good. And I will be back with another daily reading for you again tomorrow. Bye for now.